Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be learning how to tape a gun. The good old gun. Heck yeah! I'm going to be taping two just because some of them have better examples for others. So like some of them will be good for strapping tape and some of them will be good for taping bolts, whatever. Let's get into it. For this one, you will need strapping tape, white tape, and some of you possibly black tape. Depends. And scissors. You will need scissors on this one for the strapping tape. Only if you're doing strapping tape. I'm starting with a completely bare gun, so I personally will need strapping tape. But if you're just retaping it, you don't need strapping tape or scissors. But okay, I guess let's just start with the strapping tape. Let's get right into it, guys. You're not gonna be able to see do you like all my grossness on my fingers? Nice. Okay, we're gonna start with strapping tape. We're just gonna start right on the butt. You pretty much all you're gonna do is just tape around. Just go all the way around your gun. This will just help it from like breaking and help the wood help it be stronger, whatnot. So yeah, strapping tape is really annoying. It doesn't like to stretch or anything. So it will be cute and bumpy, but hopefully we can make it so our white tape will fix it up later. And we do want to overlap a little bit so we just get that little extra strength. And for this one, we're just gonna go like that far down. You don't need a super ton. You just want to go past this hole. Can you see that? Cut it off, and then we could take our scissors, split them open, and just get our hole back good. So we'll be able to screw in our strap again later. There you go. And then let's do the tip next. So this one we will do two different parts. We'll do just the plain tip. And for this particular gun, I'm also gonna do strapping tape over top, just because the tip is super broken, and we don't want that. So we're just gonna go over top of our tip. It's not gonna be pretty. All nice and ugly. Okay, then we're gonna go around the tip itself. Just all the way around. Once again, we don't need to go super far down with this one. Probably just down to probably just like 3 or 4 inches. Down to the hole again. Oh, there's actually not a hole yet, so awkward. And then we're gonna do where the hole actually is. just for a little protection. Right over top that hole. We're basically putting tape, strapping tape, wherever we're gonna put our white tape. And once again for this one, we're gonna take our scissors and put our hole back in, if we can. Just like that. Okay, now the hard part, where our bolt is. This part is real important. We're gonna go a few inches down from the neck, like right here. And we are going to start our strapping tape. This part is the hardest part because it's all nice and curvy. She's got some good curves on her. So you just gotta, you kind of just have to manipulate it the best you can. It's not gonna be pretty, but we just need this strapping tape on there. If you want to try and make it prettier, you can make little cuts in different places so that it's able to bend and you're able to manipulate it a little bit more. Okay, once you get around this little groove, you pretty much just want to keep going, not gonna lie. You're gonna do the best you can to get in that groove. And then the next time, going over, so first time you'll go underneath, and then next, hopefully you'll make it so you can end up over. That's pretty much all I do. So hopefully that works out for you as well. You're gonna go, once again, like just a few inches above where the bolt ends. So I think right here is good enough for me. And there you got your strapping tape all on your nice gun. And once you're done with that, we're just gonna get right into using our white tape. We'll start with the tip. And I usually do like an X around so you can get just the best coverage. So you'll do one, and then another one on the side here. Can you see that? Yeah. And then just fill in any of those gaps you have remaining after you've done your cute little X shape. Once you've got the top covered, we're gonna start going around. Just gonna start on the edge and just make your way all the way around your entire tip of your gun then you want to cover all of that strapping tape that we just put on. There you go. Looking nice. And you're pretty much just gonna do that. Cover all your strapping tape. So let's just keep making our way down the line. We'll cover this little bit, your mid 2. Now we got our mid 2 done. Now let's do our booty. Booty, booty, booty. Okay, for this one, I think it's easiest and uses the least amount of tape when you go around this way. And just go straight down the top of your butt. And keep doing that until most of the top of your butt is covered. And then, once again, around just the same. Starting super close to that top tape. Because we want all that strapping tape covered. Cover all that tape. And then just make your way all the way around. Okay, and then once we're done with all that, we want to go back to our holes and find them again, if you can. There we go. Right there. And then the one by our butt. Right there. Okay, now we get to the hard part, which is the bolt. Let's start up here. And we'll just go around like we did on the other two. Nice and tight. Make sure we're overlapping our tape a little bit so it doesn't show anything underneath. And once we get to here, we just want to keep that tape going around, and it will just naturally fold over. And then just go down below it, right here. Works out pretty nicely. Same thing once we get to this part, it should just stretch around it nicely. You don't have to worry too much. There you go. All nicely taped. And then you'll also want to go back to the holes in here and freshen those up again, because they actually are quite important. And they're there for a reason, believe it or not. Now we'll get all of our hardware. First things first, let's get this bolt back on. If you haven't already, make sure you scrape all the silver off of your bolt. We want our bolts to be black. And if there's little parts, you can just tape those black. Like, you could tape this black and this black because those spots are hard to get. You can just use a magic eraser. That should get it off pretty nicely. Now, we are onto the bolt. This one, we only have one screw. So we're gonna put that screw down here. You might also need a screwdriver. I forgot to mention that. It would be ideal. Screw that in nice and tight. Get it nice looking straight. Now, we will use our white tape again. Because we don't want this wiggling around like that when we're spinning. No. So then we take our white tape again and we just start taping around where our screw would usually, where our screw would usually be. We're just gonna tape that down super, super tight and just, it'll stay strong. We want to go a few times around so the tape will keep it all nice and strong. Tape it super, super tight. Okay. Now we got our cute little, okay, but that looks awful. The bolt's supposed to be black. Why is there white on there? So then we take our black tape and we go over our white tape with our black tape just where the bolt is. So we just go here. See how that lines up really nicely? Let's go. And just to there. So it gets all nice and crispy. It's okay if it's not super perfect, but we just want this white gone. All gone. There you go. Look how nice. Oh, nice. Look how tight that thing is. Beautiful. Exactly what we want. Okay, now strap. We are not looking to get strapataged in this sport. So I'm gonna teach you how to put your strap on very nice. All right. First example we have a strap that doesn't have a screw. Excuse me. We need our screw. So you're gonna take your two sides of your screw. Just gonna put it right on in there. You're gonna need a flat head for this one. And you just boop, 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 boop. Screw that all nice and tight in there. And then you don't want that ruining your gun or ruining your hands, because that would not be good. So we're going to take our white tape again and we're gonna go just like 1 or 2 times around this screw so we can get our hardware covered up all nicely so it's not hurting us or our gun, because that is not fun. How nice. Then we're going to screw in our screw. How wonderful. Got your gun. Got your strap. Gonna screw it in. This will be one of your short screws. I always twist it in with my fingers first a little bit. Then you get your screwdriver. Get that in there all nice and tight. She's a beaut. Got that in. Now, we don't want that hurting your hands again. So, we're gonna get more tape. And we're going to tape all around this. Make sure this part is nice in the middle, because we're going to tape over that too, so our strap doesn't slide around. We are going to tape over this little rectangle part as well. Taping over all of it so our strap stays really good in place, yeah? There you go. Nice and tight, not going anywhere. Okay. Then we got our other piece of hardware. Slide it on there. We want to make sure our strap is nice and tight. So this, if this were to be right here, nope, not cutting it. Just gonna screw our screw in, nice and quick. Just a little bit, so we can see how tight we need to make our strap. Pull it as tight as you can. I think this will be nice and tight. So, what if I don't have a screw, you ask? Tape. Tape it up. I recommend taking your tape, rolling it up, just like this, and sticking it through. I would probably roll it up and then fold it in half. And get that all nice and tight, and then stick that through the whole of your strap. And we're gonna pull that super tight. Just like that. And then just tape all around that. So it doesn't come out. Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to get sabotaged. So we're gonna make sure that does not happen here. There you go. This strap probably could have been a little bit tighter, but that's okay for now. And then we will tape around that, just like the other one. So maybe you guys might be wondering, well, Julia, what do I do if my screw just doesn't stay in? What do I do if my screw is stripped? Falls out! Do I have a solution for you? I bet you're gonna guess what I'm gonna say. Say it with me, say it with me. Take. Yeah. So let's do it. We did it! Our gun is dead. And nothing is gonna fall out. See you back here next time on whatever video you come to next.